seen those lies before and counted off.
Hello everybody, it is Wednesday, November 27th. My dog just had surgery not long ago. He got neutered, so I'm taking him to the vet just because one of his, well, not one, but a few of his sutures popped off because he licked himself in the night when we were sleeping, and it's open. It's not bleeding or anything, but I just want to make sure that like the vet thinks it's okay, or if they can put a suture or two back in just so that it heals better. Those of you that are getting their dogs like neutered, please don't get the pajamas, because the pajamas serves no purpose. It does absolutely nothing, because he had the pajamas on and he was able to like literally go through the area. Like he literally tore that thing up. So don't waste your time getting pajamas. Get the traditional comb. However, I'm gonna see if they can also have him fitted for a cone, because this is an extra large and that is way too small on him. Literally, it's too small. He's too scared to eat or drink. I mean, my dog is very special. Let me remind you, he's a special German Shepherd that is afraid of everything. So yeah, like it. Anywho, so that's that. But guys, I wanted to tell you guys some very, very interesting news. So November 26th, yesterday, we got a phone call from the fertility clinic, and we spoke with the nurse, and she was asking me, how are you feeling? So y'all, I will tell you this, I felt a lot of cramping after the procedure, and I knew that was normal, nothing to be concerned about. But now we're about rookie. Oh my gosh, my brain is fuzzy. We're about a few days like post egg retrieval, and I'm still feeling like as if I just had the egg retrieval done. Like I still have cramping. I feel full. Like I have a lot of fullness in like the ovarian area. I don't know how to explain it. Like down there, I feel very full still. I still have pain, but it's not something I can tolerate it. It's not something that I need to take a Tylenol or anything like that. So yeah, I still have like the fullness and the tightness, and the bloating is still there. So the nurse was telling me like it's completely normal. Give yourself up to a week. My dog is a crybaby. Don't worry, you guys. He's fine. He's not in pain. He's just one of those dogs that are very vocal. So anyone that has a German Shepherd that will understand. So anyways, she did say give it a week, blah, blah, blah. You'll get back to your normal self. Okay, cool. So then she says, I got some good news to tell you. And I said, girl, spill the tea, honey. So she ended up telling me that out of the 15 follicles that we saw in the ultrasound, we were able to collect 10. Like, what? No way. So yeah, we got 10 follicles that we were able to extract, and we have 10 matured follicles. Girl, what? Yay. And out of the 10 matured eggs, we were able to fertilize 10. Shut the front door. Like, girl, stop playing. She totally said that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was in tears. And she was like, was it worth it or not? I told her, oh, it's totally worth it. It's worth all the pain I'm receiving. Oh shit. I told her, I'm sorry guys, I saw a cop, and you cannot have your phone while you're driving. So yes, I told her, oh my gosh, it was totally worth the pain. It was tricky. It's totally worth everything. So yes, we got 10 matured eggs, 10 of them are fertilized. So we'll find out later on today how many, I guess, embryos are splitting into cells or whatever. Like, I'll find out more information about them. So y'all, fingers crossed, pray for us. We're hoping that we'll get at least 3 or 4 embryos that we can freeze. I'm hoping. So yeah, I'm gonna go now and see you later. Bye. Hello everybody. So I just got off the phone with the nurse from the fertility clinic, and we have really good news. So we have 9 embryos altogether. We have 2 embryos that are 4-cell grade 1, And then we have another set of 2 embryos that is a 3-cell grade 2. She says that these 4 embryos are very good quality. She's very happy about that. She says these are good embryos as well. She says we have 5 embryos that are slower. They are 2 cells. Yeah, there are 2 cells. Oh my gosh, my arms are tired. I'm recording off my phone. So she's very, very happy about that. We're happy about that. My boyfriend are super ecstatic. It's just like, we've never heard such positive numbers. Like, are you kidding me? IVF cycle number 2, it was just pitiful. But we were kind of like putting on a good face. So we're super happy. I don't know what we did differently, but I don't want to jinx myself. Like, I hate the fact that I can't celebrate too much because it's like, you never know. Anything could happen. But she did say that she did say tomorrow they're gonna check on all of the 9 embryos and they're definitely gonna freeze 2. So the nurse will call us back tomorrow to let us know which of the embryos they're going to freeze. And then she did say definitely 2 they're freezing. The other ones, they're going to allow it to go through blastocysts, which she said up to day 5, day 6. So she did say you will lose some embryos. That's just a fact. There's not anything that they can do or the lab can do to make sure that doesn't happen. It's a fact. So we're just hoping that we have more than 2, but I mean, just to say that we have 2 good embryos that we can just freeze, like, that's good news for us. I'm happy, like, I'm totally happy. But if we can get, like, out of the 9 embryos, if we can get like 5 that we can just if we can get 5 all together to freeze, like, that's super good news. Hell, even 4 will be really good news. So I'm super happy. Like, I'm just praying every day and I'm hoping that these embryos are gonna make it. So yeah, so I am not gonna do this on camera. That's so ridiculous, but I'm just hoping that they will make it to tomorrow, and I hope we can get some embryos that makes it to blastocysts, because we've never ever had an embryo that made it to blastocysts. Like, literally by day 2, day 3, we always had them transferred at least by day 3, because they won't make it. The embryologist has a good prediction that they won't make it past day 3. So if we can have a few of them that makes it past day 3, like, we just know that we're actually in the running, I guess. Like, we're gonna be super happy. But it's very, very good news, and I'm not gonna cry on camera. I try to force myself not to. But it's just overall a very good cycle. Like, I can't complain. Honestly, we just had no expectation, and I think that's just the best way to go, is just to have no expectation. Don't put pressure on yourself and leave it to science at this point. So I'm just gonna end here. So see you later. Hi everybody, I just want to do a quick update. So today is November 28th, but I just wanted to jump on here real quick before I forget. Not much is going on. I am waiting for the doctor's office to let us know what's going on with our day 3 embryos, but fingers crossed, keep us in your prayers, and we're hoping to get good news. But I wanted to recap and let you guys know what is going on with us. Yesterday we got news that we have, out of the 10 fertilized embryos, we had 1 that we lost, and 9 of them are still in running. We have 2 4-cells grade 1 embryos, and we also have 2 embryos that are 3-cell grade 2. The nurse let us know that it's grade 1 are very good embryos, grade 2 are good embryo, grade 2 are also good embryos. So she did say that she is going to call us today, which is November 28th, to let us know which of the 2 embryos that they are going to freeze. The rest of them, she says that they are going to see, like, let the eggs develop over the next upcoming days, just to see if the eggs get into blastocysts. So we are hoping that it will get to the blastocyst stage. That way, like, the more the merrier, right? So if the embryos get to that stage, then yes, you would then freeze. So I'm pretty what are you eating? That's crunch crunch. So yeah, I'm filming off of my camera, just because I don't feel like getting dolled up. I'm very sleepy. This weather is sleepy. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's like dark and gloomy, so yeah, we're pretty excited. I am recovering a little bit slower when it comes to the egg transfer, the egg retrieval. I'm bloated. Like, I lost 7 pounds, and it's a lot of fluids that I'm retaining because I was at a certain amount of weight, and today I was like at my lightest, so I know it's a lot of fluids that I'm retaining from the transfer. I'm having a lot of cramping, and my stomach feels very full. It feels like when I have to go use the bathroom, like, could you imagine if I was to just hold my urine in? There would be no way in hell I would be able to hold my urine. I would literally piss on myself. So it's just that it feels so much pressure and it's very uncomfortable. So I've been taking like over-the-counter Tylenol to help with the symptoms, but I'm hoping by like a week post embryo retrieval that I will be back to my normal self. I'm also waiting for my next cycle to come so that we can start, you know, doing the necessary next steps to get the embryos ready for transfer, but I don't want to jump ahead of myself, but we'll see. So I'll update you guys on what will be the results for today. So again, wish us luck and talk to you soon. Bye! Today is December 1st. It is 5:03 p.m. Got some very good news. I don't know where I've left off, but let's do a recap. I had 15 follicles, but 10 of them were matured. Out of the 10, all 10 of them were fertilized. Then by day 3, we had 2 embryos that were 4 cell grade 1. Then we had 2 embryos that were a grade 2 but a 3 cell. And then we had 5 embryos that were a 2 cell, but they were growing at a much slower rate. So we were letting them grow. And their nurse had told us that for sure by day 4 they were going to freeze 2 embryos. So by day 4 we had 2 8-cell embryos that were grade 2 that they ended up freezing. So after that we had 7 embryos that they were just going to allow them to grow on their own up until day 5 or day 6, just to see if any of those 7 embryos actually grows into the blastocyst stage. So as of right now, today, we got good news that I'm happy to share. Earlier, around 1 o'clock maybe, we got a phone call from the fertility doctor himself. He called and said that we ended up freezing not 1, not 2, but 3 embryos that were in the blastocyst stage. I just don't know if they're day 5 or day 6, but you guys, like, Ricky. But you guys, we have never ever, since the start of this IVF journey, we've never had numbers like this. Like, my very first IVF cycle, we transferred a 3-cell embryo. Then on my second cycle, it was a 2-cell embryo on day 3. And yeah, it was a 2-cell embryo up until day 3. And then when we did the transfer, it ended up becoming a 5-cell embryo. And we just had always low numbers when they did the egg retrieval. It was just very old number, very horrible numbers. And the amount of eggs that would fertilize were always like 2 eggs fertilized or 3 eggs fertilized. Only 1 would made it on both first and second cycles. They were just really, really horrible numbers. But the fact is that we're getting good numbers this time around. Like, I'm smiling, I'm happy. Like, finally I can put a happy face on, because I'm always cheering for all the other women that are going through this journey, and I'm in Facebook groups and I see women that has really crazy amount of numbers of the amount of like fertilized eggs that they got, how many of them like made it through PGT testing, and how many of them they're freezing because they had such good numbers. I'm always the one cheering people on, being happy for other people. Meanwhile, in my corner, like, I'm embarrassed to tell people, like, yeah, we just had 1 embryo. Even though it only takes 1 embryo to have a live birth, but it's just like always on my case, we're just never the lucky couple that has, you know what I mean? We're just always the couple that has just okay embryos, and it's not worth sharing, but we're just very, very happy, and we're a bit shocked, but we're super happy. And yeah, so I guess what's next for me is, as I mentioned before, is not much to do until I get my period again, and then I would have to call the clinic, and then after my period maybe they'll give me some medications to start on progesterone, or maybe after my period maybe my uterine lining will be a lot better, who knows. But I am doing Brazil nuts, drinking pomegranate juices, doing more exercises just to help after my period, I guess. I don't know. I think it's just, well, I'm doing it now anyways. I mean, it's good to always exercise, but I'm gonna incorporate these things now up until I get my period, and then I guess when I have my period maybe I'll continue doing it, but yep. So I'm pretty excited. Nothing beats a nice warm fireplace.
Yeah. We need to thin our fire.
So, how'd you feel about the news? Well, what I told you, or what you found out?
I'm very happy about it. I was not expecting it. I was expecting maybe one would work, maybe two, because we had two that were better quality, the other five were okay. So I'm very impressed and very happy that there's another one from the one that were not as good that made it to blastocyst. So that's very, very good news. We are very happy about it. Very, very happy. So now we'll see for the next step, I guess. And we have good chance of it working now. Very happy. I need to turn on my fire.
Alright, so that's that. Yeah, we're just, as I said, we're just super happy. We're just gonna, I told my mom, yeah, only one person knows about the news. He hasn't even told his family yet, so yeah. That's that, but yeah. I'll catch you guys on the next vlog. Bye.
I have seen those eyes before and counted